Christmas has long transcended its origins to become something more profound, a collective pause. It is a season to halt the relentless gears of time, to look back at the year's journey, and to rekindle the embers of relationships that may have grown cold. In the biting chill of winter, there is no sanctuary quite like a warm blanket, a cup of cocoa, and the flickering light of a screen guiding us through the labyrinth of human emotion. Yet, the ocean of holiday cinema is vast, spanning from the timeless to the avant-garde. Finding a story that truly resonates with the soul is a delicate art. The following selection is curated for its diversity, featuring immortal anthems of the human spirit, whimsical childhood fantasies, and bold, subversive takes for those seeking a departure from the traditional. If a single film could define the very essence of Christmas, it is Frank Capra's masterpiece. Despite being nearly 8 decades old, It's a Wonderful Life remains a towering achievement in its power to stir the heart. The story follows George Bailey, a man who anchored his life in sacrifice for his family and the small town of Bedford Falls. He dreamed of distant lands and skyscrapers, yet destiny repeatedly bound him to the service of the downtrodden. On one fateful Christmas Eve, standing at the precipice of ruin, George contemplates the ultimate escape. It is then that Clarence, a bumbling, second-class angel, intervenes. Clarence grants George an invaluable perspective. He reveals a world in which George Bailey had never been born. Why does a black-and-white film from 1946 still rank among the greatest cinematic achievements? Because George Bailey possesses no superpowers, only kindness. The film anchors itself in a profound truth: no man is a failure who has friends. In our modern age, where worth is often measured by digital metrics or bank balances, this film serves as a clarion call. It reminds us that small acts of grace are the invisible threads holding the world together. You, no matter how ordinary you feel, are an essential piece of the universe. While the adult world is consumed by logistics, the world of the Peanuts gang offers a perspective on Christmas that is simultaneously naive and deeply philosophical. Charlie Brown, the boy burdened by a melancholy soul, finds himself alienated by the festivities. He watches as everyone, from his sister Sally to his dog Snoopy, is swept away by commercialism, endless gift lists and garish house decorating contests. He asks the haunting question, what is Christmas really all about? His choice of a tiny, withered, wooden tree amidst a forest of shiny, aluminum replicas is a masterful metaphor. He finds beauty in the discarded, while the world chases the hollow glitter of the surface. The finale, as the children transform Charlie's tree with love and burst into song, has become an indelible image in pop culture. The film teaches us that Christmas is not found in a store, but in the quiet warmth of human understanding. It is a simple truth that never loses its luster. For those seeking a modern fairy tale wrapped in breathtaking visuals, A Boy Called Christmas is an essential voyage. Based on the novel by Matt Haig, the film follows Nicholas, an ordinary boy in Finland. Driven by the need to find his father, who is searching for the spark of hope for the king, Nicholas treks into the legendary realm of Elfhelm. The film's magic lies not just in talking mice or flying reindeer, but in its reimagining of the origins of Santa Claus. Nicholas wasn't born a legend, he was a boy with a heart large enough to hold grief and transmute it into joy for others. The film delivers a grounded message: to believe in the impossible is the key to creating magic. In a world that can be unforgiving, holding on to the belief in goodness and the power to bring others happiness is the greatest gift of all. Christmas often amplifies loneliness, particularly for those nursing the wounds of a broken heart. The holiday serves as the perfect cinematic salve for such moments. Iris in England and Amanda in Los Angeles, two strangers separated by an ocean but united by betrayal. In an act of desperate spontaneity, they swap homes for the holidays to escape their realities. In these foreign spaces, surrounded by strangers, they find more than just new romance, they rediscover themselves. The sharp dialogue and the contrast between the snowy English countryside and the sleek modernism of LA create a comforting, immersive experience. The holiday is more than a romance. It is a story of reclamation. It suggests that to mend a broken heart, one does not necessarily need a new person, but a new perspective. It is a film for anyone who believes that magic can spark from the most impulsive decisions. Christmas is a day of peace, and no film illustrates this more powerfully than Joyeux Noël. Set during World War I in 1914, the film is based on a true event that defies logic, the Christmas truce. Amidst the filth of the trenches, where the air was thick with gunpowder and death, French, Scottish, and German soldiers voluntarily laid down their arms. They crossed into no man's land to shake hands, share chocolate, and sing carols. In those fleeting hours, they were not nationalistic cogs in a war machine, they were men longing for home, terrified, and desperate for human warmth. The film poses a haunting question: why must we kill when we are capable of singing together? The contrast between individual goodness and political brutality is a heavy, yet necessary, cinematic experience. It serves as a stark reminder of the value of peace and our shared humanity. Some stories require no grand spectacle or complex dialogue to melt the hardest of hearts. The Legend of Hachiko is such a story. The bond between Professor Parker and the Akita pup, Hachi, begins on a frigid night at a train station. Their connection transcends the typical relationship between man and animal, becoming a partnership of souls. The image of Hachi waiting at the station at the exact hour of his master's return is the ultimate symbol of pure love. Even after his master is gone, Hachi waits for nearly a decade. The film does not attempt to overdramatize, it simply presents the truth of loyalty. Watching Hachi at Christmas is a way to nourish our empathy and appreciate those, on 2 legs or 4, who grace our lives with their presence. If you seek a respite from the noise of the world, turn to The Snowman. Only 26 minutes long, this film carries an entire universe of emotion. Adapted from Raymond Briggs' picture book, the film is entirely wordless. All emotion is carried through soft-colored pencil textures and the ethereal, walking in the air. The flight over the night sky, spanning mountains and oceans, remains one of the most beautiful sequences in animation history. The ending, as the snowman melts away the following morning, brings a melancholy but peaceful realization. It reminds us that some of the most beautiful things are fleeting, and it is their transience that makes them priceless. It is a gentle dream, returning adults to a world where wonder is the only language. To conclude our journey, let us venture into the unexpected. What if a Christmas movie featured a zombie apocalypse as a musical? Anna is a teenager struggling with her future when a zombie plague descends upon her town on Christmas. The film is a wildly creative blend. Characters smash undead heads with baseball bats while singing vibrant pop anthems. Despite the gore, the film retains the heart of a coming-of-age story. It delivers a message of friendship and resilience in the face of the unthinkable. If you want a burst of laughter and high energy with friends, this is the exotic dish your holiday menu needs. Christmas is the season of miracles, but the greatest miracle lies within us: the capacity for love, the depth of understanding, and the courage to face the cold. Whether you choose a classic that warms the soul, a war story that provokes thought, or a quirky horror musical to break the tension, the ultimate goal is connection. Cinema is a mirror, reflecting our dreams and our fears. In the depth of winter, these films are small fires, lighting the belief that the world, despite its chaos, is still a place of wonder waiting to be discovered. Are you ready to press play? May your Christmas be peaceful, and your cinema be meaningful.